Ladies and gentlemen, I first saw this story and, I didn't do a video on it, but I did read it. Now, this is a Black couple that traveled to the Dominican Republic for vacation and they went missing as they were trying to travel to the airport. Their bodies were later found in two different locations on the Dominican Republic island. So this is Orlando Moore, 43, and Portia Ravenel, 32. They were supposed to fly back to the United States on March 27th. And turns out, a few days later, their bodies were found. Never got any update on what happened to them. I definitely know it had to be foul play. Now, they're trying to claim it wasn't. I believe it was. This woman from Delaware, this story just came out 2 days ago. She and her husband went to the Dominican Republic for vacation, and she was attacked for 8 hours in her hotel. They took her into some kind of maintenance closet, and someone that worked for the hotel beat her savagely. I'm going to go ahead and play this video.
I see my kids again. I'm never going to see my husband again. And they're never going to find me here.
51-year-old Tammy Lawrence Daly has made a dramatic recovery. This is the Wilmington, Delaware mother 4 months ago at a hospital in the Dominican Republic with a broken nose, fractured eye socket, and nerve damage throughout her head. Her mouth even had to be stitched back together.
And I just couldn't figure out why somebody would want to do that to me.
In January, Tammy and her husband Christopher were vacationing at the Majestic Elegance Resort in Punta Cana. Tammy says on their second night, she went downstairs to buy a snack from the lounge while her husband stayed in the room. She only made it to the dimly lit area near the lobby when
I could hear footfalls behind me. And then they proceeded to get faster until it went into a full out run. And before I could turn around, he plowed into the back of me. He immobilized me. I couldn't move my arms, and I could feel him pulling me into the maintenance room.
For the next 8 hours, Tammy fell in and out of consciousness.
When I came to, it was to him beating me. He just kept hitting and hitting and hitting. And it was the worst pain ever.
She barely got a glimpse of her attacker before her eyes were swollen shut.
And I could see his uniform, Majestic Elegance logo on the shirt.
Tammy's husband says he had to urge the front desk 3 different times before they helped him search the resort for his wife.
We went all night looking for her.
Finally, staff members heard Tammy's screams and brought her to the hospital.
You couldn't tell who I was. It was just solid black, dried blood all over my face.
It was unreal.
Tammy says she wanted to share her story as a warning to travelers, women in particular.
You just have a feeling of safety and a feeling of, paradise. But this can happen, and it has happened, and it will happen again.
The couple is adamant Tammy's attacker is still at large. They say investigators found a bloody mop in the maintenance room, but never pulled fingerprints. There weren't cameras where she was attacked, and the couple says once they flew back home, DR officials stopped responding, and U.S. lawyers told them there wasn't much they could do. The resort has not commented. Christine?
Wow. Okay. And all of this, ladies and gentlemen, happened to Americans. Every story that I'm about to show you all happened to Americans. And this is where it's critical, and we all must be careful when traveling outside of the country. Now, recently, this came out June 2nd, 2019. A Maryland couple was found dead in their Dominican Republic hotel room. These are just within months apart. I don't know if they spot Americans and, I don't know. But it just very odd how these incidents keep happening to Americans. So this couple is from Maryland, and they were, just like the first couple, they were trying to get back to the airport to come home. that's when they went missing. They missed their scheduled time to be picked up and taken to the airport. So an American couple visiting the Dominican Republic was found dead in their hotel room after they missed their scheduled checkout, a police spokesman said. So the man was Edward Nathaniel Holmes, 63, and the woman, her name was Cynthia Ann Day, 49. So this couple never checked out. Hotel staff members went into their room and found the couple unresponsive Thursday, said spokesman Frank Felix Duran Mejia of the Dominican Republic National Police. There were no signs of violence in the room. So, relatives told CNN affiliate WBAL that Holmes and Day were engaged. They were from Prince George County, Maryland, and they were supposed to fly back home the day they were found, the station reported. Hotel staff contacted local authorities. The cause of their death is not yet known, but their bodies have been transported to the Dominican National Institute for Forensic Science for an exam. The spokesman said blood pressure medication was found in the room. Yeah, well, I don't think they both died of high blood pressure at the same time. We're deeply saddened by the incident at one of our hotels. Okay, well, that's a shame because that other woman, she can't even do anything about it. The police won't even respond to their phone calls. So, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Proceed with caution when you are traveling to the Dominican Republic, because right now, I will say it ain't safe. It is not safe for anybody to be there. That's a dangerous place. And just looking at these stories, and these are all around the same time period. So there's definitely something going on, not unless, they're tipped off that these are Americans. And being that this couple was found dead in their room, I wonder if their ID and their cash and anything they had on them was stolen. It really doesn't go into that at all. But it is definitely something about them being able to spot Americans there. And when I see stuff like this, I have to let you know, it is definitely stay away from the Dominican Republic, y'all. There are many other places in those islands you can go to and you won't turn up dead. Just be careful out there in your travels, especially if you're going to leave the country. It is just, going somewhere where you don't know a lot of the people there. I don't know, maybe I'm being overly cautious, but I definitely think this is something that is worth looking into. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And also, if you can support my channel, please do. I would deeply appreciate it. Peace, family.